Hey there, everybody. So, for those of you that know me well, know that I love fine wine, right? Fine wine. Big thing of mine. Not like for any particular reason, right? I like to eat. And what goes great with great food? Great wine. And I could still remember to this day, I was talking about this the other day, the first great bottle of wine I had. And I don't remember the year. I probably have to go back and think about it. My guess is going to be like 1996. And I was working in a restaurant in San Diego. And the owner of the restaurant took me out to a dinner one night. We went to a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, right? And we were having some steaks. And he ordered a bottle of Chimney Rock Cabernet Sauvignon from the Stag's Leap district in Napa. And I still remember to that day, not, I couldn't tell you exactly how it tasted, but I can remember the experience, right? I can remember like, oh my God, this is awesome. This is so good. This wine tastes so great with this steak, this evening, this moment, this experience is forever etched in my brain. And that happens a lot with me with wine. A lot of times we'll be someplace with my wife or whatever, and we'll see a bottle and I'll go, yeah, we had that, in San Francisco at this dinner, or we were up at your dad's house having this dinner. It's like, how do you remember that? Well, because the way my brain works, I guess, I remember all of those, those experiences together, right? I link my taste and my olfactory, my smell is all tied into my brain, in my memories. So one of the things I do is I'm a member of a couple of different wine clubs, and I also, so I have this one wine club that is it's like a tasting. Like every month they send me wine, and then they have a live Zoom tasting. So a bunch of us jump on, we open up the bottles, we drink with their sommelier, who is their wine expert, and we go over what we're tasting and stuff. So what I'm really excited about is for December, we're doing champagne. Champagne is probably one of my very favorite things to drink. If it's a good champagne, man, it's awesome. So we got two great ones here. One I've had before, and one is brand new to me. So this one is called Boiselle. So champagne is a sparkling wine grown in the Champagne region of France, right? So it's got a few things that make it a champagne. Number one, the location, right? It has to be grown in a certain region, right? And then secondly, the type of grapes that they use. So there's three main grapes that you can use in champagne. There's Chardonnay, there's Pinot Noir, which yes, is a red wine, right? But if you squeeze the juice and extract the skins right away, it doesn't turn it red. Or if you want to leave the skins in contact, you can come up with a kind of like a rosé champagne, right? And then Pinot Meunier, which is a lesser known but also very important grape in champagne. And some champagnes will be a mixture of those three, but they don't have to be. You can have one like this one. This is a Blanc de Blancs, which means a white of whites. So this is 100% Chardonnay. So this one I haven't tasted yet before, but I'm excited what it's going to be like, what it's going to taste like. Anytime you can get a true champagne from France, pretty good chance it's going to be a spectacular wine. This other one that I've had before, this is Gardet. And this one is actually a blend. It's 34% Pinot Noir, 33% Pinot Meunier, and 33% Chardonnay. So essentially a 1-for-1 mix. This was, if anybody ever follows Gary Vaynerchuk in Wine Library, they also have a wine club, also a member of, and they do a wine text. This has been featured on there a few times. I think the first time we had this was 2 years ago at New Year's Eve, right around this time of year 2 years ago. And this one is actually good enough for, let's go buy a half a case. Let's go buy a case and keep it on hand. They actually make a higher end one, right? So if you look at like Moet, right? Moet Chandon that you can go get Imperial or at the grocery store for about $45 a bottle, or you can spend $150 for a bottle of Dom Perignon. Same thing here. Gardet has a step up that has a completely different label. It's kind of more like a shield, like a big wax shield that's stuck to the front of the bottle, and it's real dark in color. So they have a higher end champagne as well. This one I love, very light, crisp. I like a good dry brut, which this one definitely is. A little hints of apple, a little bit of, they like to say brioche, right? But what they're really talking about is kind of like a yeasty bread flavor. Nice, crisp, tiny little bubbles, and very refreshing. So those are going to be the two champagnes for this month. I'm excited to see what these ones are all about.